It's Tamara&Jim. It's Monday, November 8th, 2021, and we're going to just kind of talk about current events and our opinion on the state of the world. Right?
Splendid, yes.
Splendid. All right, so we got our coffee, we got our motivation sticks, we got everything that we need. So we're just going to share a little bit of what we've seen on the news, and I'm sure everyone has seen lately, and give our opinion. And please share below if you have any thoughts on any of these things, because I'm sure you do. You want to start? All right, so the biggest topic lately has been Travis Scott. Again, it's Monday, November 8th, so this just happened over the weekend. I'm sure you've seen it. I'm sure people have thoughts. You haven't really watched a lot of it, but from what you've picked up...
Spooky. Well, they got a horror
Evil?
movie. Horror movie. They got a horror movie starting there, but it's real life.
Real life. Like people screaming, saying that they felt like they were in hell. It's an inverted cross stage going into the mouth of hell. This was a live event with lots of people. I don't know the amount of people. We'll have to check, producer. Maybe we can figure out the amount of people, but...
At the NRG?
Yeah, at the NRG Park. Energy Park there?
I don't know. I'm sure. Something weird. Coincidence.
I hope people are seeing this, right? People are seeing what is happening. This was like a real demonic possession in real time. All over the world. Shown all over the world on Snapchat and Instagram and live feed, and it's like right out in the open now. And people, their kids watch it and they go and they pay money and they don't even have a clue what they're doing.
Well, you're voting with their dollar. That's what we paid for. Got what you paid for.
That's very freaking scary, but I hope that this was a wake-up at least to show. I mean, if we need to go back, let's go back. Netflix, I think, has an Ariana Grande concert special. Now that we have now seen Travis Scott and we're well aware that...
Okay. It was 50,000 people.
Okay, producer, thank you very much, sir. So 50,000 people were at this Astro World concert, and they watched as people were dropping dead and they were still taping while the ambulance was doing CPR on people.
People dancing on ambulances?
There was people dancing on ambulance. Are they possessed? What is causing them to do that?
Sure, with 50,000 people, there's going to be bad eggs, but really, though, that seems awfully disrespectful, just even if it wasn't somebody you knew.
Who would do that anyways?
And who in their right mind? Or
side note, producer, did you need to be vaccinated to get in there? Was it vaccination status required?
Well, that's a valid question.
Curious on that one.
You allowed to say that, ma'am? You allowed to say that? That could be offensive to some folks with no...
Does that trigger you?
Does that trigger you? Does that trigger you? That's a good question.
Does that trigger you? So, but anyways, back to what I was saying. I digress. Let's say Netflix, the Ariana Grande concert special. Now, in light of knowing what was going on the Travis Scott, let's go back and watch that and tell me that wasn't the same thing. That's on Netflix. That's in every kid's freaking living room, pretty much. Like, it's been going on. Ariana Grande is a huge star on Disney on all sorts of shows that our daughter, who's young, watches. And she's also doing satanic rituals as concerts. That's scary.
All right. Yeah, not right.
Oh.
Lunacy.
Very, very scary. I don't know. And we're outraged on that. So that was just one of there's videos all over. Lots of people. You can do your research, look it up.
Yeah, we recommend that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Don't let the media tell you what the news is.
Absolutely not, because obviously...
They got people paying them. They got agendas.
Absolutely. So yeah, please always do your own research, but be careful.
Even if they don't know what gender they are.
Oh, yeah.
I may not be able to say that neither.
We'll see. But please do your own research. But some of the pictures are graphic, and there's still some videos out there that I looked at that I wouldn't watch with children. But enough of giving his name light.
No, they were not all vaccinated.
They did not need to be. Okay.
No,
Well,
they
that's,
just had to follow the guidelines, like 6 feet and everything.
how was that?
I don't know. It says if you feel sick, cough, sore throat, muscles, like, and they had a temperature, no, stay home.
Okay.
You know,
Okay.
the regular stuff.
All right. Just curious on that one. The other thing I seen over the weekend, which I don't know if this was a new, it must be a relatively new story considering it was Taliban, right?
It was ISIS.
Was CNN, and you can Google this, I think, a CNN story talking about a 9-year-old girl being sold to a Taliban man for $200 US as a bride so that the family
Could eat.
wouldn't starve to death. The video, I guess recorded by CNN, shows this 9-year-old girl putting makeup on to prepare for her 55-year-old groom to come and get her. What are your thoughts on that? Because I have a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So who provided her with this makeup for one? So did the family have the makeup? You can have makeup. I can't pay for your daughter. Did CNN provide the makeup? Because that's a whole nother story. What? Where did this makeup come
How can the cameraman
from?
watch this happen? How can the cameraman not kill the dad, kill the other guy, say, I got this kid that we're bringing to foster home, but then it's a sick culture to allow this.
Because you're desensitized.
I may have just simplified it. It's just a sick culture to allow this.
Agreed. And why? Here's
But
my
I'm not a
other.
judge.
Here's my other question: is why is the news telling you the amount in U.S. dollars? Are we promoting that?
Is that the new Epstein Island? Yeah, I don't know.
And how is this okay? And how?
Is that so Biden knows if he could save them? Or he can get him a busload of them in there, or what?
Bringing them in the middle of the night without their parents?
It was 6 days ago. It was relevant. It was 6 days ago.
Oh, 6 days ago. So yes, I was sick to my stomach when I seen this video. It actually ruined my whole morning, and I had multiple ideas on how I was going to change the world. One was going over to buy these young girls. I'll buy all of them for $200. It makes you so freaking sick. And then, like you had said, as the cameraman, why are you not saving this little girl? How are you watching this happen? Like, how are we so desensitized that it's just normal to watch on the news?
How would you sleep at night knowing that you allowed that to go on right in front of you when you could have done something? You could have done something, sure.
Even if you don't have children, you have a mother. I don't know. I just think there's bigger problems in the world than the pandemic. And we need to look at those. That's a whole nother story.
Well, at least we could go over there and save the little girl, because the vid is afraid of the Afghan over there.
Yeah. Well, yeah,
so we
it
could
ain't
go
no-
save them kids, and we shouldn't have to worry about that.
It was CNN recording.
Yeah, okay.
So it wasn't the people who were CNN.
That's horrible. So CNN, you're disgusting. Communist News Network, as I've heard it been referred to it before. So you don't have our support, but I have you. I don't know. And then we can go into, we are in the lovely state of Michigan currently. So, the infrastructure bill was passed, and it is given a certain amount of money to each state.
Which, thank God, the House, I think, is repealing and is going to try to stick to constitutional and,
Well, that's for the vaccine mandate, but this is just for the money they're giving to the states, is what I was talking about. But yes. So I don't know any other state. You'll have to look into it yourself. But for Michigan, I have looked into this, and a couple of good friends have done some research too, that the money that they are giving to Michigan, some of it will go to the schools. Do you know what they're going to use that money for? They're going to use that money for what they call vaccination.
Vaccination.
You already said vaccine once.
All right, well, maybe cut that out. But anyways, the
Kavad?
V,
The Kavad?
the Kavad, the V.
Kind of sounds like a terrorist group if you say it like the Kavad.
The Kavad, I like that. Okay, so the Kavad V, they are using that money to start programs in our schools, in our public schools, to give incentives to the students to get vaccinated. These incentives...
That's terrorist group.
These incentives include, and they listed them in the bill. You can read them. You can look it up. If you follow me on social media, you will see these. As gift cards, you could get gift cards. You could get money for college. You could get...
a long list of bribes.
Yeah, a long list of bribes to get these children...
Oh, and parents too. You said what, $100 per parent?
Yes, they're also yep.
Oh, golly gosh.
So now if you do it, you can also I can make money, and my child can also
get like some junk that he or she would never need
ever. And if I have it, this said thing, I can still get to the thing it's supposed to protect me from. I can still spread the thing that it is supposed to protect me from, and people still die from it.
But at least you're pissing away a lot of money.
Well, making the millionaires.
We should make a lottery out of it. Oh wait, didn't they do that too?
Yeah, who won
those?
They
did that too. Oh, I don't know anybody.
They're also doing games. They're also doing games and contests.
You can get donuts. They have bribed you every way possible. And now here's the thing that I like to think about this. Why are they still bribing?
Especially even saying something about show your card and they'll give you a doobie, but
I think so.
I don't think the people getting doobies are getting cards.
But why is there still all of these incentives? And why is there more incentives?
Oh, because they're having trouble getting people in there.
Because people are.
Because that shit's going to go bad on the shelf. That's why it's best to give it to anybody who wants it, because we don't.
If we did, we would have been like the first sheeple. And we would have already gotten it and probably been on our 4th booster.
And I mixed and matched them. Asked my doctor if this is right for me.
Seems legit.
Just like everything else.
Never in the history has it ever been that. And now it is that. I don't know. Make it make sense. Make it make sense.
It's okay. It's okay, man.
So what do we do?
I guess you say a prayer at the end of something like that, there, and you just tell the world to wake up. And...
Thank the Lord that we're able to see through this evilness that a lot of people seem to not see yet. I am thankful, though, back to the Travis Scott thing in the beginning, to make this full circle. I hope, because this was such a big event, that it really does wake up a lot of people. Maybe a lot of people that were there, that supported it, that had no idea, that thought they were going for a wonderful concert because they'd been locked up for the last 2 years to stop the spread. Right? I don't know. Learn to read between the lines would be my advice. We like to watch the news and see what they're warning us of and what they're trying to program us with. That's about the only way you can take it in anymore.
That's true. Doom and gloom.
Just thought we'd share our thoughts for the day.
God bless you and we love you.
Please let us know if you have any topics you'd like us to cover, any videos, any things like that you'd want us to go over. We have lots of opinions, I guess. Beliefs.
Everybody's got one.
Absolutely. Thank you guys. Like, share, subscribe, and we'll see you next week.